First week of school. Almost done. It's hot. It's hot, but no one is wearing summer clothes. And insert why am I a whore meme. I'm not comfortable wearing shorts. Because no one is wearing shorts. And you would think, Claude, be comfortable. Wear what you must wear. You know you're right. I'm working on it. I'm gonna get there in time. Today's not that day though. Today's not that day. So, wool skirt, button down. It might rain. The weather forecast says it'll be colder than yesterday. My balcony says differently, but you know what? Who am I? I'll see you guys later.
Hi. Hey. Today's April 14th. I've been here for 10 days. I've been here for 10 days. It feels like a month, but it also feels like 4. So much has happened. Wow. This is the last day of the first week of school. Today's Thursday. I don't have class on Friday. I don't have anything to do on Friday. Over the weekend, I went to the mall with my friend, and it was a very long walk. We went to sort of like a home store, and I bought laundry detergent, because that's important, and a knife, because that's also important. And then we went to the mall across the way, and I bought a backpack, because I need a backpack. And we ate ice cream. It's been really hot. It's been so hot, and all the Japanese people are in fall wear, as in sweaters, long pants, long sleeves, jackets, hats, and I'm sweating in a t-shirt. That was my weekend. And then Monday is a big day. Monday, I went to the lab for the second time. Sat at the lab meeting. I participated. At least I tried. I met a bunch of people for the first time. And then I was told that I would be, I don't know if it's considered TA, but assisting with an undergraduate course. That undergraduate course is in Japanese. And it's a bunch of freshmen. They say they speak English. No one spoke English to me. I spoke English a little bit. I didn't speak that much. But I realized that I can't read. I really can't read. Like, the way my kanji self-study is going to have to level up aggressively. I sat in this class. I met a wonderful girl in the lab meeting from Bulgaria. She's so lovely. And because we were both assigned this class, I've never just been told I'm like, here, you're going to help freshmen. I don't feel like I have the aptitude. I don't have nearly enough knowledge to help freshmen to help anyone with anything. That was such a long day. Oh my god. So yeah, we sat in this hour-and-a-half course and like watched an entire PowerPoint presentation, all in Japanese, about waste and trash in markets and how much trash what countries make and what like trash output is and where it comes from, etc., etc. And this is all because I said I'm interested in trash in markets. So what I think I'm going to do is painstakingly translate all of this text, and I also have a printout of the PowerPoints, and just make an Anki deck out of environmental terms, because I've realized that my Japanese courses aren't going to teach me the technical terms I would need to survive. As lovely as my Japanese courses are, it's elementary Japanese. Like, you're not going to take a Russian class and then on day 2 learn about aerospace engineering. And I cannot find, I was asking the researcher in my lab who is Japanese if he knows of any Japanese documentaries about the environment that I could watch. So just something that I could listen to on loop that has the terminology that I need. I looked on YouTube, outside of like maybe 3 or 4 minute videos from NHK, most of it is in English. And most of it, if I find anything, it's mostly about animals and not policy, global economics, and infrastructure. Like, it's just not. Like, those cute videos that I watch on YouTube in English and in French, I cannot find in Japanese. So yeah, I'm going to translate these documents and make a deck of flashcards that has words that I should, like, you know, that I should be able to pick up and understand. And then there was another seminar. So that was the undergraduate seminar course that I am now a part of. And then there's another seminar course that is not mandatory, but is expected that you be there. But it's all in Japanese as well. Yeah, and like I honestly spent the entire day with this girl from Bulgaria, and like she walked me all the way to the station, and she told me there was a bus that goes from my dorm to campus, so that I don't have to like spend $10 a day on the train. Oh my God. Yeah, I got home at like 10 o'clock. It was such a long day, and I still didn't sleep that night. And yesterday, yesterday started out interesting. Yesterday I got a full night's sleep. So from Tuesday night to Sunday morning, I went to bed at like 11. I woke up at 5. 5 is normal. 5 is good. And then I woke up, sat at my desk. I was waiting for my SIM card to come in because I have to be home to receive packages, which is frustrating. There was a little earthquake. There was a little jiggle in my room. And I was like, oh, I need to reread that what to do during an earthquake manual again. Because I didn't think it was real. And then like I sat in it and I was like, this room is shaking. Should I leave? But it lasted like all of 30 seconds. But there was shifting. We were shifting. I got my SIM card, activated it, did the thing. I have a phone number now. Yay. So what I wanted to do was, because I need to submit this insurance document, but to submit the insurance document, you have to have a bank account. So I was going to go to the Japanese Post Bank, set up the account. Hopefully, I wanted to take maybe 30 to 45 minutes, catch the bus, go to school, get in time for my second Japanese conversation class, which I might drop. And I did something that I don't normally do. I decided to not look at the map beforehand because I looked at it sort of prior, and I was like, yeah, it's like next to the train station. It'll be fine. I walked to the train station. I walked past the train station, and I'm like, it should be here. On the map, it said it should be here. I'm panicking because the bus is leaving soon. I read the bus was leaving at 1:30. It's 12:45, and I'm like, I don't know. The way I panicked for no reason. So I was like, I don't want to miss the bus because the bus is so convenient, and if I take the train, it'll take so much time. It won't take that much. It'll take the same amount of time. It's just less brain processing. So then I walked to the school bus stop. Sit at the 7-Eleven. I take out some cash. I eat a snack. I wait 30 minutes for the bus. While I'm waiting, I look up where the bank was. When I tell you I was around the corner from the bank, if I had taken 6 more steps, I would have seen it. That is such a rookie mistake. I haven't made a mistake like that since I was like 20. So I'm waiting for the bus. I see the bus arrive, and it like lets out a bunch of people, but then the doors close. And I get up and I'm like, that's weird. It's 1:25. I would like to take the bus to school, please. So I check the time. The bus leaves at 1:50, not 1:30. So I sat there for 30 minutes. I could have walked to the bank. Could have walked to the bank and back. So do I wait another 30 minutes? Or do I just go to the bank? I go to the bank. I go to the bank. I set up my bank account. It takes, if I got there at 1:45, I don't leave until 3:50. 3. I left at 3. I don't know why it took so long. Like 2 other kids came in, international students came in, made bank accounts, and left, and I was still sitting there. It doesn't end there. So then, there are 2 train stations, 2 different lines, near at essentially the same point. 2 different entrances, 2 different trains, 2 different sort of train operators. I've never taken this train before, so I have my handy dandy Google Maps, and I'm like, okay, Google, save me. How do I get to school from this train? Because I don't want to walk to the other station because I have to like go around, cross the tracks, and then on the opposite side. Okay, hop on the train. I'm like, okay, I know how to take a train. I can take a train. Sitting on the train, I'm watching the stops go by, okay. And I see the stop that I think is mine. I'm like, okay, so I get off. And that's where I'm supposed to transfer. It's supposed to be boom, boom. Same station, you're not walking anywhere. But the stop that I'm at is oddly desolate. There is no attendant, like there's no station attendant. Everyone that gets off just gets off and goes about their business. And I'm like, so where's this transfer? I don't understand. So I leave the station because I'm like, maybe I'm supposed to walk out and then back in because sometimes that's what you do. I'm Googling. Google is telling me to take a car to the next to another state. I'm like, I don't have a car, Google. I don't know what you want from me. And for a hot second, I was like, you know what? I'm going home. I don't want to do this. But then a part of me was like, no, we're getting to school. I don't know why I was so out. Like, I already missed class. Class starts at 3. It takes me an hour to get there. It's already 3:30. Class ends at 4:30. And for some reason, I'm hell bent on getting to school. So I searched Google again. I'm like, no, Google. I got off on the wrong stop. I got off on the wrong stop. Okay, it's like up. It's fine. So I get back on the train, get to the right stop, transfer trains. Ooh, get to the station that I know. All right, get on the bus. Get on the bus to. I go one stop because it's a very long, a lot of space between these stops. I get on the bus. I go one stop. Get off at Kyoto. It is casually 4:30. Class is over. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go to submit my insurance documents. Insurance co-op place closes at 5. I get there. I get to the lab because I was going to go with a friend. She was going to help me do it. It's 4:50. I essentially just went to school to go home. Even thinking about it makes me tired. So I wait like 30 minutes, get on the bus that takes me back, that hops between campuses. Take the bus home. My friend gets on. We take the bus home. We stop by Daiso. I buy some storage boxes and a pen. A bowl. Stop by Lawson. I spend $15 at Lawson. What am I doing spending 1,500 yen at Lawson? Like, what did I buy? I spent like all of $8, 800 yen, 900 yen at Daiso. I spent 1,500 yen at Lawson on snacks. And rice. It's mostly the rice. And then I came home and, oh yeah, I'd done my laundry at like 6 in the morning. I shouldn't have done that. That was very wrong of me. I should not have done my laundry that early. I was not being mindful that not everyone else is up at the crack of dawn. So I took my laundry down when I got home, cleaned my room, organized my things, cleaned the kitchen, organized the kitchen, cleaned my drawers, organized the drawers. Made a budget because I hadn't done that yet, and they were asking me at the bank. They were asking me how many transactions will you make in a month? Like how many times will you access your bank account in a month? I was like, I don't know. Like how am I supposed to know that? And I guess because Japan is a very, very cash-based system. It's not very frequently that you will find a place that will take a credit card or a debit card, any kind of card. Even at the school store, it's all cash. Even at some train stations, it's all cash. And they'd also asked me like, how many times will you get a transfer of money to your account? And I was like, how am I supposed to know that? I don't know. And they're like, what? What do you plan to use your account for? And I was like, I don't know, spending money. Anyway, so I made a budget. I have my budget. It's a little empty because I don't know how much gas and electricity are going to be. I don't really know how much groceries are going to be because I haven't been here for a month and I've been eating at a convenience store for the past 10 days. I did go to the grocery store, but I don't even know what I bought at the grocery store. I bought carrots. I even bought eggs at the convenience store. I bought carrots and tofu. Yeah, I made a budget. And then it was 11 o'clock and I passed out. I went to bed. I'm done. I was done. And it's okay. It's okay. Today's Thursday. Today is another language school day. I don't have my textbook because it never came from Amazon. I ordered it twice. It didn't come twice. Well, the first time was my fault because I put the address in wrong. The second time, I don't know what's going on. I would like a refund for both. I don't know how to do that because it's not giving me that option at the moment. So, yeah. What have I been eating, you ask? Boiled things. Boiled eggs and microwave rice and ramen. It's not very appetizing, but I need to sustain my body somehow. And if that's the way it's going to be done, that's the way it's going to be done. So, I also have no Japanese friends. I have spoken to, the only people I speak to in Japanese are the people I meet in transit. Store clerks, bank clerks, train clerks. I need to practice so bad. I don't have nearly enough Japanese to do this. It's gonna be great. 10 days in. Look at me go. I'm so tired. That's it. I'm done. I'm gonna finish my boiled meal and sort through some more paperwork.
Leaving the house. Leaving the house. Leaving the house. We're going to Kyoto Station. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how we're going to get there. But we're going. I'm getting a new nose ring. I hate this one.
Today is Saturday, April 16th. I had an anxiety dream yesterday. My anxiety dreams normally manifest as an extreme lack of control and external disappointment. I feel like that says a lot. Yeah, in the dream there was like, I was traveling with someone, and this girl I was traveling with was being targeted by some group that killed her parents, and they took us, but in the process they killed my friend's uncle, like a friend in real life, and their uncle was traveling with us, and destroyed his car. And then we were gone. We were taken hostage for a few weeks. And then when I came back, everyone was really mad at me, especially his family, my friend's family. His dad just looked at me and was just so upset. And there's so much disdain for me, if that says anything. And they were really upset that the car was destroyed, because it was a new car and it was destroyed. And they couldn't access my friend's uncle's will. Because something about when the attack happened, the iPad locked. His will was on an iPad, and because I was the one using it, it has to be my fingerprints to open the iPad and access it. And so for 2 weeks they couldn't access the will because I was captive, and they were really annoyed about that. And my friend's dad was driving me to go open the will in this car, and he was just, there's so much disdain for my existence. And he asked me what happened, and then as I started telling the story, I started remembering it and thinking about this girl and how these people killed her parents, and how if I wasn't with her then this wouldn't have happened to me, but it is also my fault. And I had a whole panic attack in the dream, and I woke up hyperventilating. Ugh. And I'd only slept for 2 hours. I think I went to bed at like 10:30, and then when I woke up, it was midnight. So I called my mom. Hey, Mom. And I explained to her the dream. There wasn't 2 minutes between me waking up and making that phone call. And she accurately diagnoses it as an anxiety dream. If I had had my wits about me, I would have known. But it just scared me so much. I don't normally have nightmares. And I haven't been feeling particularly anxious. At least I didn't feel like I was feeling anxious. Like, I'm here. I've made a few friends, kind of. I don't know. And, you know, I'm doing the thing. It's not that different from living anywhere else. But it is, I guess. And I talked to my mom. My mom's such a great mom. So reassuring. Sometimes I feel really guilty. Because when I speak to my other friends and they talk to me about their parents and, like, the expectations their parents have and things like that, and I feel like, should I also have these things? My mother has no expectations of me, and it's really weird. Like, the depths of the unconditional love is too deep. It's like there's some level of groundedness I feel out of meeting other people's expectations, or at least having the goal to meet other people's expectations. When my mom says, I expect nothing of you except for you to live the life that you want to live, it makes me feel kind of ungrounded. But that's what she reassured me, and that it's okay that I'm here, which I hadn't even realized I wasn't okay with. Not that I wasn't okay to be here, but that I live a very privileged life. Ugh. Not that we're extremely wealthy, but like, I am someone with my background that is able to live as carefreely with an asterisk, as I do, as sort of laissez-faire as I do, with so few responsibilities. For someone my age, I have so few responsibilities, and sometimes it makes me feel really guilty because the people around me have a lot of responsibilities, and I feel like I should get in line. So my mom was very aggressive about telling me that what I want to do is what I want to do. And I know this, but it's nice to hear. Like, you know, like you can know something and be dumb at the same time. Not letting things go unless you want to let them go, truly, which is really nice to hear, because this whole adventure that I'm doing feels really indulgent. My mantra for the past since COVID, my mantra since 2020 has essentially been, I'm just occupying myself until I die, which sounds bleak, but it's actually really reassuring because it means that nothing I do really matters, and so nothing I do is inherently wrong. And it's a very freeing idea to know that all I have to do in my life is occupy myself the way I want to until I die. And how I want to occupy myself is completely up to me. But today has been empty. So I spoke to Mom, and then I sat on the phone with my cousins for a little bit and just listened to them talk. And eventually I fell back asleep, and it is now 4 o'clock, and I have only now woken up. I've been up, like, up and down. I've been napping all day, which is such a me thing to do. But it's the first time that I've done this here in 2 weeks. I've been here for 14 days. And napping is such a crucial part of my life. And I haven't been able to because one, I've been trying to fight the jet lag, and two, I've just been too busy and I haven't really been sleeping normally. Like, I haven't eaten real food today. I had 1 boiled egg, 2 strings of dango, and then I went back to sleep. I've been up and down all day. But it's not a bad way to spend a Saturday. I think I needed this. And I don't think I'll have trouble falling asleep tonight either. I feel like there's a lot of pressure that I put on myself to pick up the language as quickly as I can and to be as open to as many people as I can, as fast as I can. And I have been feeling like I'm not doing enough fast enough. But what does that mean? But that was my today. Yeah.